Alright guys, now it's time that we start to create some recipes, but there's a couple of things that we need to do before we can start to create recipes. So if I just jump over quickly over to the accounts creator, you can see here the first one that I'm going to create some recipes from. Now this is an IFTTT account that has got all of these accounts already attached to them, okay? So and you can see I've got a problem here with LinkedIn. That means I need to manually add it if I want to use LinkedIn. But let me tell you, none of these, absolutely none of these accounts here are dependent on the software working properly, okay, for the strategies. The way that I've constructed these strategies means that it's just plain old syndication. The only ones that we really need to care about is the WordPress, the YouTube, and the blogger accounts, okay? Now, if you want to take it further, you can add a Facebook account, but you have to do that manually because we cannot create Facebook accounts with the account creator. They're just failing. Facebook have got it pretty much tied up as far as being able to block automation tools like this, okay? So what will happen is when I start to use WordPress Authority, what I want to do is make sure that I've got my own WordPress account attached to this. I want to make sure I've got a blogger account attached to this. And the easiest way to do that is just to go and create one, okay? Maybe you can find someone on Fiverr.com that will go and create 50 for a $5 or something like that, and you can use them all, okay? We cannot create blogger, and we cannot create the YouTube, and we cannot create the Facebook accounts, unfortunately, okay? So anyway, what you will also see in here is it has created a WordPress.com account. Okay, now there is a way that we can make it go from our own WordPress over to this WordPress, okay, and then from there the syndication kicks off, and that way this WordPress.com, the free one, is kept in here instead of being replaced by your own, and that way this is becoming the first tier, okay? If you don't want to do it like that, it's a little bit more work to do that. What you have to do is get your WordPress RSS feed and add an additional strategy in there, okay? So let me just jump over to IFTTT. Let me just go into a browser and we'll come back in a second. And what you can do is you can simply just double click on your account creator where it says IFTTT or any of these, and it will just open up that little box you've seen open up a second ago. And we can copy and paste from there into Google Chrome. Okay, I'll just let's go back and do that again. This one, copy. Let's take that out and let's put this in here. And so I've got my username, I've got my password, I'm going to sign in. I might as well save that. Okay, now if I go over to my recipes, you're going to find that we haven't got any yet because we haven't created any yet. Okay, I'll just save this as well. So what we want to do is we click up here where it's got the username and we click on the channels. Now when we got the channels, what we want to do is come down, find WordPress, and we click on activate, and we can put in the URL here for the WordPress blog. So I'm just going to put in my own one in here just for HTTP. I'll just put in my own one here. I can click on the activate. Just give it a few seconds. And you can see that is now active, okay? So what I can do next is I can come down and go into my channels, and then I can click on blogger. It's always easy if you're already logged into these accounts. Click on activate for blogger, and you can see I'm already logged in, so I just need to click allow access, and that is set up. Now what that means is now I've got WordPress set up. It's going to use my WordPress account instead of the one that was there that I just deleted before I did this video, and it's going to use that instead for this particular recipe. That means I'm not using the WordPress.com. I've just replaced it with my own WordPress self-hosted site, and we have Blogger in there as well. Now what I can do as well, if I want to take it further, is come over to IFTTT, come back into where it says channels, come down and we can see Facebook here. Click on the Facebook, click on activate, make sure you're logged in. Just click on that, and I've got something in Thai here to wait for the translation, just to make sure I click on the right button. Just give it a second and it will come. Okay, this one is now activated. Click on this, come back into channels. IFTTT call these sites channels, okay, not to be confused with YouTube channels, completely different things. Facebook groups I can click on. Okay, click on activate. And you can see the Facebook group has been activated for this particular group here. Okay. Then come back, go into channels, click on Facebook fan pages, click on activate. It's going to give me a choice of fan pages, which one I want to use. You can see here I've got a bunch of them. Okay, so I might want to choose any one of these. I'm going to choose something unusual here because I don't want to sort of multiple post into my Facebook pages and Facebook groups, etc. Okay, so if you go over to Fiverr.com, you can find people that will sell Facebook PVA accounts. Okay, and then the only thing you need to worry about is your YouTube and Blogger accounts. So you can find someone that will do them as well. You definitely need Blogger. You really want to have Blogger. That's a very, very important one. If you don't use Blogger, then it will, the only ones that are really relevant to you then from these particular accounts will be WordPress to everywhere else, or YouTube to everywhere else once you've attached your YouTube channel in here. So to attach your YouTube channel, you did exactly the same thing. You come over here, you click on channels, and you're going to go down to YouTube. Click on this, click on activate. And it will ask to verify in just a second, allow access, yes, and that is done. And there we go. That means I can use all of those accounts that I've got in here. Okay, just close that out and I'll come back into the software. So all of those have been activated within this particular account. Now what I need to do is just come over here and basically fill in some details here, but I'm going to pause. I'm going to do that in the next video. So we've just done a video on setting up IFTTT rather than setting up the recipe. So I think that should be self-explanatory. Okay, now what I do want to do in here is make it that we can just click on this one and go straight through to IFTTT straight from the software, instead of having to go into the browser to do that and click on the browser and type in IFTTT, etc. Small thing, but those little things make life a little bit easier. Anyway, that's it for this video. Next video, we're going to create some accounts, create some recipes, sorry.